Hello everyone, my name is EVOO and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. It is great to see you because today folks we're going to cook one of the superfoods, and that is spinach. We're going to cook it the healthy Italian way. And speaking of spinach, I'm going to cook today baby spinach. Now you could use this recipe for any spinach that you have. I just prefer the baby spinach because let's say it's less acidic when it cooks. I like the flavor of it. So let's get started right now. So in our frying pan, we are going to put 5 tablespoons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I love this little container, my souvenir from Sicily. Okay, I get distracted. All right, so we're gonna put the stove on to medium heat. Now, a lot of people will boil their spinach. I don't do that. I want to retain all those beautiful nutrients in this superfood and keep everything, keep as many nutrients in the food as I can. So what we're going to do today, folks, is we're going to actually saute this. We will steam it down, but it'll steam down on its own, and I'll show you how. So beautiful extra virgin olive oil there, medium heat. I have here 1 clove of garlic that I have minced. Now, if you really like garlic, you could use 2 cloves. And I like to mince it as opposed to just slice it into big pieces. That way I can distribute this minced garlic throughout the spinach very, very nicely. Now, so we're gonna saute this garlic just for about a minute. I wanted to give it a little bit of flavor into the olive oil. We don't want to burn the garlic. It can come a little bit golden if you want, but you don't want to burn it. Now, the spinach that we're using right now is 312 grams or 11 ounces of spinach. It looks like a lot, folks, but when it's all said and done, I'm going to put it in this this serving container right here. It cooks down quite a bit, so don't be intimidated by the amount of spinach. Okay, let's just get this starting to cook up. There we go. We got a nice little sizzle going there, so I'm going to let that just continue for about a minute. So while that is cooking up, this comes with a nice easy pull tab. That's my noise for the day. And this spinach is pre-washed. A lot of times the spinach that you buy might say pre-washed 3 or 4 or 5 times, and that's what you want. You want, if you're gonna cook right from the package, you wanna make sure that it's pre-washed a number of times. Having said that, you can still rinse it if you'd like. It certainly doesn't hurt, but if you do, make sure you spin it dry before you begin to cook it. So, with that cooking up here now, we've got our olive oil, our extra virgin olive oil, flavored up very, very, very nicely. Okay, all right, so let's add our spinach now. I'm just going to place it right in. Get it all in there. Don't worry, it's going to cook down, folks. There we go. Beautiful, fresh spinach. You got to love that, eh? Okay, so lid goes on. Like I say, we're not steaming it in water, but let's get our stopwatch going here. Let's see how long it takes. What we want to do here is we just want it to steam down and get soft, all nice and soft, and start to wilt a bit. And at that point, we'll be able to mix it and toss it up. So let's see how long it takes. It shouldn't take that long. Again, the stove is on medium heat. The lid's going to stay on. You know what? We'll check up on it after. Let's give it 2 minutes, and we'll check and see how it's doing. There we go, 2 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. All right, off goes the lid. See how it's all wilted already, and it's already started to come down in size. So at this point, you can start to toss it. What I like to do is get that olive oil and that nice minced garlic mixed all in with your spinach. So just toss it around and get them coated with that beautiful olive oil mixture. There we go. Look how much it's come down already. It's continuing to cook down. And basically, all we want to end up with is spinach like that. So you can see these leaves are still not wilted down to that level yet, but they're coming. So we're just going to toss it. Now, at this point, it's 75% done. You see here, there's just a few leaves that are not cooked. This is cooked. If you're going to add salt, this is the time right now. Add salt to taste. But today, folks, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I'm not going to add any salt because I find with spinach, especially baby spinach, you don't really need it. There's enough flavor there and it's very, very good. And there you go. We've tossed it up. That's done, folks. That's it. Look at that. You don't want to cook it anymore. We've retained all the nutrients. It's cooked up nicely. Okay, we'll turn the stove off. 3.5 minutes. There we have it. Okay, so quite simply, and as I said, it's going to fit in this container right here. So let's just pour it in. Juices, olive oil and all that beautiful flavor. It doesn't even fill that container, folks. It barely makes half. Okay, and there we have it. Look at there, folks. Beautiful, healthy spinach cooked the Italian way. And you know what I need to do? I'm going to give it the taste test right now. And you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but it has released some of its own juices as well, which is another reason why we don't add any water. Okay, the taste test, folks. Yes, folks, my favorite part, the taste test. You know me, I love all foods and I love my veggies too. It's all about a well-balanced diet. That's my opinion. Okay. Oh, beautiful spinach. Look at there. Look at here, folks. A little bit of garlic in there. You can see the little pieces of garlic in there. Hey? Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Beautiful spinach. No salt. No problem. To me, this is perfectly fine. Of course, if you add a little bit of salt, it brings a little more flavors. But this right here, folks, as a side dish, super, super healthy. We cooked it healthy. We retained all the vitamins and minerals. We added garlic, which is very good for you. We sautéed it in extra virgin olive oil. Very good for you. What a super healthy dish. Folks, it doesn't get much better than this. Make your main course. Make sure you have a vegetable on the side. Why not make it spinach? Hope you give this recipe a try. Very simple. 5 minutes start to finish. Prep, everything, you're done. It was only 3.5 minutes on the stove. That's how easy it is. Doesn't get much simpler than that. Thanks for tuning in, folks. And until next time, buon appetito.